to show you how to use Ionic React, make a QR code scanner for native app. I found YouTuber Simon Green has already done a tutorial for Ionic Angular. It is a great tutorial, but with Ionic React, there will be some problems. So I did some research and I want to present here my solution. The final app looks very similar to Simon Green's tutorial, but I made a little improvement. Here is the end result. The app should look like this way. And let's start. So let's create an Ionic project. It is very simple. You just at first need to install the Ionic command line tool. I suppose you have already installed it. If not, just run npm install -g at Ionic CLI. Then make a folder called, for example, Ionic project, and then open the terminal and run Ionic start, and we choose React and follow the hints. We give the project name, for example, QR scanner, and we choose a blank template. Then wait a little. So finish, we open the project. I use Visual Studio Code. Now we can run the project. Just Ionic serve. This command line will start the project for us. So it's finished the start, and we will see there are two addresses in the command line. The one is localhost, the other is your network address. So if you have a smartphone, you can use the second address to reach this page. Now we will see the page is a template. Looks like this way. So we are success in create web project, but what we really want is to create a native app. Let's stop it and add the Android. Simply run in terminal, Ionic, cap, add Android. Do the same for the iOS, Ionic, cap, add iOS. Now we can open the config file, capacitor.config.ts. The app ID is the unique ID from your app. You can edit it what you like, but it need to be too unique. The next app name, which will show on your phone as your app name. You can also edit what you like. Now you need to build this project. npm run build. Now what you need to do is run the Android simulator with live reload. Ionic cap run Android -l external. Choose this simulator. Now we start the native app simulator, and it is also live reload. What means live reload? It simply means if you change your code, it will reflect on your website at once. You don't need to restart the server. For example, I changed the QR code scanner, and you will see the result changed at once. Now let's clean the template code. I have no idea why this IO header part repeated in the start template. I searched in the internet. People say it is for the smooth animation, but it is not so important in our example, so I delete this part of code for the simplicity. We can add here an Ionic utility class, Ion padding, so the content will not too close to the engine. For text, I will add a row of text. For example, Ion row, hello. Let's take a look. Yeah, it works. Now we can begin to install the barcode-scanner package. Let's at first Google this library. Barcode-scanner capacitor. Yes, this first one. This is a GitHub from the package and from author Tafel NL. The author did a great job. The package has not only a great performance, but also a very clear documentation and very simple to use. Now let's install the package. npm install capacitor community barcode scanner. Go to the terminal, paste this code, and run it. We successfully installed this package. Now we can install the permission, both for Android and iOS. For iOS, we need to copy the following code into our plist file. Copy this code and open the plist file and paste it. And for Android, you should edit the Android manifest XML file. We open this file, follow the instruction, copy the permission requirements into this manifest file. This is all what we should do for the permission setting. Let's restart the Android simulator. Simply input in the command line Ionic cap run Android -l external, and select the right simulator, Pixel 3. Now we started the Android simulator and app again. But this library has a problem. It still didn't implement the web version until now. So if someone visits our web version in the future, we need to show them a not implemented error. Another thing is, even the user visit our native app, we still need to check whether the user allowed us to use the camera. If not, we need to ask the user, give us this permission. If he don't give us, reject it, we should do nothing. How can we do this? The author, TOEFL, NL, provided us the solution here. We just simply copy and paste this code, permission code, into our program. Since I want to only check the permission when the app loaded, so I paste this function in the use effect hook with an empty dependent variable list. Let's take a look at the function inside. The status is the result of the permission check. If the user allows the app to use the camera, status granted. Then it will return true, otherwise false. For throughout a not implemented error for the website visitors, we can wrap a try-catch block outside of the barcode-scanner check permission function to catch the error. Now we can call this async check permission function at the end of the use effect. Want to show user the error, we can use the use state to catch the not implemented error and show it in the website. Use state error set error, and we set it as string. And here we catch the error. Set error error. Don't message. Here we can print the error. And now let's refresh the web browser. Not implemented on the web, it's correct. Now I will change the color to red. Simply use the ion text and the color danger. Now, website is fine. We can check our Android simulator. It should be no error message appear. Yes, it is fine. Very good. Now we can continue. The QR scanner has basically two actions. One is the start scan function. The other is stop scan function. The author has implemented both of them for us. We can use them easily. But before we copy-paste the two functions, we can do one thing. Let's move the error output into an if clause, so that when error happens, the React will not render anything except the error message. If error, then return all the code we just copied. Then remove the error message output in the normal case. Now let's open the Android simulator. Cool. In the normal case, in the website, it shows the error, but in the Android device, it shows normal. Now we can continue to copy and paste the two functions, start scan and the stop scan. We just copy and paste the two functions into our code. The first is the start scan. Then is a stop scan function. It is here and paste. For the two functions, we need two buttons. One button for the start scan button, the other button is stop scan. Now let's put the start button here. Ion button, start scan. On click, attribute is also equal to start scan function. For the stop scan button, I will put it on the top right corner. In the Ion toolbar, follow Ion title, I put the Ion buttons and give the slot, that's the position, slot equal to end. It means I put the button at the end of the title row. Ion button, stop scan. On click is equal to stop scan function. Now it looks good. Let's take a look at the two buttons. If I click the start scan, nothing has happened. But under the device, it shows press options. It moves the camera. It looks like the camera works, but nothing happened. If I click the stop scan, then this hint also disappeared. So the camera should already work, but we can see nothing. What's the problem? The author gave us the explanation here. Because the camera is at the last layer, so we need to make other layers over the camera transparent. How can we do that? The first thought is make the ion content transparent. Let's find the home CSS file and create a CSS class in it. Hide BG and opacity is equal to 0. And then put this class into our ion content. We just remove the ion padding and replace it with hide BG. Let's check the result. We need to open the Chrome Inspect to debug a device. Chrome Inspect. Find your device, this one, and click the Inspect. Now refresh this tab. We saw the identical screen of your device. But something is wrong. We missing the start scan button. Where is it? Let's look at the code back. The problem is the hide BG class. It makes all the ion content component transparent, but not the background. The Ionic component is made by the web component. It uses shadow DOM. Let's look at the HTML code. Find the ion content. Shadow root. In the shadow root, there are background content and inner scroll. And the background content has the part background. So we can use a special CSS selector to access this exposed shadow DOM background. Go back to the CSS file, find the hide BG, and let's add part background. Our start scan button comes back. Cool. Let's click this start scan button. Yes, we see the camera now. Everything works as expected. Now it is time to create a state to decide when should the background transparent and when not. Let's go back to the code. I want to click the start scan button, then the ion contact background should be transparent. So I will create a status called hide BG with use state. Hide BG and set hide BG. Initial state is empty string. In the start scan function, after the barcode-scanner hide background function, we set the hide BG status as hide BG string. Then result is equal to barcode-scanner start scan. If the result has content, then that's the QR code result. Then we just print it in the console. After that, we just stop scan. Yes, it is the next function, stop scan. The same, in the stop scan, we should also set hide BG and back to the empty string. Let's click the start scan. Yeah, it works. And stop scan. Cool. It works. But there is a problem. I want to click the start scan, and the start scan button should be hidden. And the same for the stop scan button. If it is not scan mode, the stop scan button should not be showed. How can I do it? In React, it is actually very simple. Use the component hidden attribute with hide BG state. As hidden is boolean, hide BG is string, so we need to give the hide BG a double exclamatory mark. Good, now let's test this button. We click the start scan. Now the start scan button is hidden. It works. And for the stop scan button, we will do the same. Go to the stop scan button and add the hidden is equal to exclamatory mark hide BG. Let's test again. Start scan. And stop scan. It looks fine, but I still don't happy with the buttons. I want to add 2 icons so that the button can look much better. Open this link, ion icons, and let's find some beautiful icons. I think the scan icon looks good. We choose this one. The name of this icon called scan outline. Let's go back to our code and import this icon. Import from icons. Here is scan outline. Let's go back to the button, the start scan button, and we add the icon. And we should give the icon attribute as scan outline. Okay, the device shows the icon, and we should also give the slot attribute start value. And the same for the stop scan button. We need to find a good icon. And the stop icon looks very good, and it's called stop circle outline. Let's click the start scan again and go back to the code. Find the stop scan. Before the stop scan, we give the icon. Icon is equal to stop circle outline. And I think I made also a mistake. I forget to give the class name as the state. We should change it to hide BG. Let's try it again. Start scan and stop scan. And I want the stop scan to be red. Let's go back to the stop scan button. And let's change the color. In the Ion button, we give the color attribute to danger. Let's try it again. Start a scan. Yes, we see the red stop scan button. Now everything works, but I'm still not happy with the start scan button. I want to put it in the screen center. Let's go back to the home.css file and write the following CSS class. Start scan button. Then just write the following CSS. Let's go back to the start scan button and give the class name start scan button. Refresh it. The address, the start scan but still not centralized. We need to modify a little the CSS file. Add the transform translator -50 and we will see the start scan button is centered. Let's click it again. Start scan, stop scan. But I want a better look for the scan view. I find a nice CSS code snippet from YouTuber Simon Green. It is an overlay for this scan view. I just copy it to the CSS file. Let's go back to the home component and find the find the ion button, and under it I give the div and give the class name the scan box. Now my simulator shows a very good look QR code scan screen. Should also have a hidden attribute. It should bind to the hide BG status. Another improvement I want to make is move the stop scan from the if clause to outside, so that we will always stop scan no matter the result has content or not. Since the simulator cannot really take pictures, I needed to connect a real smartphone to test. Let's connect to my physical Android smartphone. I have a Huawei Pro P30. I connect it to my computer, then run in command line, Ionic cap run Android, -L, -- external. This is live reload. Then choose this phone. Wait a little. The app will be installed on my phone. We will see it requires for the permission, especially the camera permission. Agree with it, and it will be installed. Let's click the start scan and let me put a QR code under this camera. Okay, put it here. Yeah, we get the result, but it looks like nothing has happened because it actually console log in this command line. Let's open the Chrome debugger and take a look at the printed result. The result is codehamster.com. It is my website. But only print the result in console is not enough. I want to actually pop up the result in website. How can I do this? For this purpose, Ionic has a very nice UI component. It is ionAlert. Let's open its document page. Here is the example. Click the show alert, then agree. Agree will dismiss the pop-up. Cool, this is the component I want to use. So go back to the documentary and we find the usage for React. Let's go back to the code. We can import the use ionAlert. And in the component, we can use the React hooks. Const present equal to use ionAlert. The present function takes two arguments. The first is the message. The second is an array of the button. Let's find the start scan function and put the pop-up in after the result present, and the first is a message. It is result.content, and the second one is the button list. The text is OK and the row is cancel. Okay, I think we are finished. Now let's open the device, refresh it, and take a look at the result. Start scan and put the QR code under the camera. Yes, a pop-up shows us the result. Let's click OK to dismiss the pop-up. So now our QR code scanner app is finished. Thanks very much for watching, and see you next time.